Hi, and welcome to the Kansas Cut, my YouTube channel. My name is James, and I will be your host on this adventure. This is my new YouTube channel. This is actually the first video I've ever put out there, and the channel is going to be called the Kansas Cut. I'm here to just kind of introduce it and tell you what the channel is going to be about, or this is what I think it will be about. It's going to be about all things Kansas. All things Kansas, whatever that entails. Life in Kansas, places in Kansas that are interesting, people of Kansas, history of Kansas, current events of Kansas, what's going on at the moment here. It's going to be about all those things. Anything Kansas. Talk about Kansas is a good place to live. People will agree or disagree with that. People that live here and people who don't live here. But that's what it's going to be about. All things Kansas. I'm a lifelong Kansan. And I currently live in Kansas, if you couldn't figure that out. So that's why we're going to talk about that. But it's also, the channel is going to be about me. Like I said, my name's James. I'm a lifelong Kansan, like I said, so it's going to be Kansas life from my perspective. That's the only perspective I can really talk about in a lot of ways, of course, because that's mine. And it'll be all over the videos. My opinions, maybe, or maybe not opinion. Maybe sometimes there'll be facts I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. It'll be a little bit of everything. It's going to be about my day-to-day life, things I'm doing, things I might be doing. It's also going to be about my adventures and wherever those may take me. They may be a lot of things in Kansas, and I might take you on road trips and to Kansas things. But also, I might take you on trips when I'm not in Kansas, because I'm like a lot of people. I go to other places. I travel to other states and even sometimes other countries. And we might take some videos while we're doing that. Try to get them on this channel, the Kansas Cut. I'm going to try and bring you along for the ride as much as I can. I hope you enjoy it. That's the whole idea between these things, of these things, to try to find an audience that might have some enjoyment from what you're putting out there. Yeah, I got notes to keep me on point, so you know. So let me tell you a little bit about myself for the first video. Since it's going to be about Kansas and about me, I thought I would give you a little bit about me. Just a few things, more stuff comes out as we go along. You learn things. Like I said, I was born and raised in Kansas. I've had a variety of jobs throughout my life, different ones, a lot of retail ones and other things. And that might be brought out or talked about over time as we go along. Currently, my main job, my main employment, my main source of income on a regular basis is I teach driver's ed, a driver's ed instructor. That's right. I climb into the car. There are 14, 15-year-old kids. There's other ages, but and I teach them to try to stay in their lane and use their signal light and turn into the correct lane. And hey, those brake lights popped on in front of you. You might want to pay attention to those. Basic driving. So some people just say, "Oh, that would be a horrible job." I actually like it. It's really a good job. Meet a lot of interesting people, not only the kids but the parents. But that's what I currently do, is teach driver's ed, and that'll be in the video some. There's some fun stories that come out of that, and interesting things, I think, that we can talk about. But as we progress through this journey, and this is Monday, and it's January 26, 2026. So the first video I'm going to upload. We'll talk about all kinds of things. Some of the things I like. I'm kind of what I think would be considered a typical guy. I don't know. I like sports, my favorite teams will come out with time. I like sports. I like outdoor stuff. I like hiking. hunting, fishing, all those kinds of things, bike riding, whatever it might be. And I enjoy topics and being like preparedness, prepared for life, whatever that can cover lots of things, the Boy Scouts have said for years, be prepared, right? And that's a wide range of things. I was never a Boy Scout. Just throwing that out there. I'm not. Frugality, making intelligent decisions and using things in the wisest way possible. And those are things that I think are important. And those are going to be some of the things that we come up in the talks. Also, of course, the adventures of Kansas are going to be weaved throughout that. You'll learn that I should have bifocals, but I don't. So my glasses go up and down, and okay, get used to it. You're also going to learn that I like to be honest with things. That's just kind of how I am. And I hope it's a fun video. We're gonna have videos like this, talking about whatever that may be going on in Kansas currently, history, whatever. We're also going to have videos, of course, that are going to be out on the road, because if I show you things around Kansas, I've got to be out on the road to show you, and that's part of the fun of the channel, I hope. Lastly, the last thing I'm going to talk about myself is probably the most important, but that's why I saved it for last instead of starting off with that. And that is this, that I'm a Christian. I'm a New Testament Christian. And my decisions in life and my reactions to things, I hope, are based on that, on being a Christian and what the Word of God, the Bible, the inspired Word of God, teaches and how it tells us things, and we learn from that and how we learn to conduct ourselves and behave. So a lot of my life perspectives and outlooks on things will come from that. It's very important to me. So that you learn that right off the top. See, that goes with the honest thing as well. I preach on occasion, fill in at the congregation where I attend and other places, and I do mission work. I go on some mission work trips, and those will probably make some videos in the future as well. As a matter of fact, as the shooting of this today is 26, this is Monday. On Friday, I get on a plane and I have to drive to Wichita, Kansas, and we fly out, and I'll go through Dallas, and then I'll end up in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and we have a week to spend on a mission work in Port Antonio, Jamaica. So you'll probably see some upcoming videos from that trip in the not-too-distant future. So that's important to me, and that'll be a big part of things on the channel. So please, like I said, first one, I'm just trying to get this thing going. And if you happen to see this, if anybody watches it, and I hope people watch it, of course, that's why people do this, for fun, but they want people to see it, and I hope people enjoy it and watch it. Please do the normal YouTube things. Like, thumbs up, like it. Thumbs down are fine too, be honest. That's the best. Thumbs up it, thumbs down it, leave comments. Share it, tell others about it if you think they would be interested in it. I hope people might be interested that live in Kansas and want to agree or disagree with things I say, or people that maybe used to live here and it's kind of like, oh, I kind of miss Kansas, so I'll watch that. That'll keep me kind of in touch. It could be anything. If you do like it, please comment, please like, subscribe, and thumbs up and thumbs down and all those good things. Thank you for that. So there you have it. Ad astra per aspera, to the stars through difficulty. And remember, no matter what you do in life or no matter what happens, always put God and His Son, Jesus Christ, first in your life. Thank you.